Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, hi and welcome, and thank you for joining us. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna decorate ephemera. That's what I'm gonna do today. A few bits and pieces here that it's gonna be quite simple. So we're gonna do these. I got some of these journal cards that I want to decorate up with some of my little people and such. That's a pocket. Yep, that's a pocket. This little flippity thing and these here. We got some journal cards I want to decorate. So let's see what we can get into. These are going to be fairly simple. Some of them's cut and paste. Some of them's corner around into some of them's just, you know, cutting out some stuff. Now, I got a bunch of my labels and such fussy cuts that aren't cut out yet. So, you know. This is Junk Journal Studio, all of her labels. Then I got my vintage peoples here. Where'd the one go with the little kitties I thought would be cute? This one here with the little babies. I think this is Fab Art Studio. You know, Fab Art Studio. Who is the other one? 11-9 Studio, and then Lorna Taylor Made Journals. And that's where I get most of my people fussy cut things from. So I just got a spread of that over here, and I just want to decorate some items because, you know, it's Thursday night. I'm so wore out from this storm madness. People have gone just plumb insane in our area. I'm getting cussed, you know, because the other stores in my area don't have milk and bread. I can't help that. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I work at this store. I can't help that. But yeah, that's what's happening in my neck of the woods with the storm. Yeah. Everybody's lost their mind. I was like, are you seriously right now fussing and cussing at me? Because the other people ain't got stuff? Honey, I can't help that. I work here. You know, if I can help you out. Well, how come y'all don't have it? Because we don't carry that. We're the gas station. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I do kind of, because, you know, they wait to the last minute in panic mode, type buying and stuff, and then all of this and that, but whatever. Still, you know. But yeah, that's what happened to me today. I got cussed at all day long. I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, is there anything I can help you get from my establishment? Well, if you ain't got milk and bread, no. Blah, 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 blah. You know, and I was just like, okay, well, I got, you know, 4 or 5 other people in line here behind you that's wanting to pay for kerosene and gas, honey. You have a good day. Well, you ain't got to be such a bee about things. And I was just like, well, if you're not buying anything, you know, I'm so sorry, but I can't stand here and listen to you cuss at me. For one, I don't do that. And for two, you know, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but you can go somewhere else and have it, because you're about to have a worse day if you keep cussing me. I mean, it's just the way it is, honey. And don't, you know, I'll give sympathy, but, you know, other than that, roll on down the road with it. So the one lady, she just on and on and on, and she was just determined that, you know, me and the other 5 people in the store in line behind her were going to listen to what she had to say. And the one little lady who, you know, looked like she was 90. If she was a day, she was 90. And she just looks at the woman and she says, will you shut your mouth and move out of the way so I can get my gas? I said, oh, wow. I was like, yep, here it is. I love it. when sweet little grandma's telling you to shut up and move, you might want to listen to her, because she's going to hit you with her cane if you don't get on out of here. Oh, me. But, I mean, I'm not saying that as, you know, like, making fun of anybody, but it was a hilarious day at the workplace. I'm just saying. So I'm going to make that a little tuck spot, is what I'm thinking there. Seeing as how it cut Mr. Man's head off. And then these here will be journal cards. But, yeah, so I was like, I can't mentally adapt to do anything else at the moment. I gotta people and decompress my brain. But other than that, you know, it was very entertaining, to say the least, tonight and last night at work with all the people. You know, and then the one man, he goes, well, what do you think it's going to do? I said, I don't know, honey. You might want to watch the news. They may have changed it since lunchtime. And I quote, well, you don't have to be such a DB about every D thing. I said, and I just snapped. I said, well, I'm not a meteorologist for one. I'm not a newscaster. I work here at the gas station. If there's anything here that I can answer a question for, I'll be more than happy to do that. But other than that, if you want weather predictions, you might want to watch the local news, buddy. And I mean, you know, I was just like, okay. Here we are, Mr. Happy and Miss Grumpy Pants today. But now this evening, you know, as the night went on, it did get a little better. Everybody was, you know, a little bit more, because they done had their trips and fights at the grocery store, and they couldn't believe, you know, how people are acting. I was like, yeah, everybody should have to work in a public relations type situation for at least 6 months out of their life, and they would appreciate and, you know, learn how to conduct themselves in public, you know, and go on about their business, you know, and not insert themselves in other people's conversations or arguments. And you will get along great in life. Mind your business and roll on with yourself. I was just like, you know, I don't understand. Because, you know, it's everybody's in the panic mode now. And I was just like, I couldn't answer your questions. You know, I don't know. I ain't watched it since early this morning. So I couldn't tell you, you know, exactly what they're calling for now, because it changes every 4 hours when they have a new model run. You know, is what I was saying. And that wasn't the answer he wanted. But I don't know. It is quite comical, some folks. And sometimes, you know, I do realize and understand that the older folks that come, you know, they don't have a lot of interaction with other people, and I take that into consideration, you know. But and I didn't think I had said or did anything out of the way to Mr. Man, but apparently I did. Just because, you know, I didn't answer his question the way that he thought I should have. And so then, you know, I defended myself. And he found a pause to that as well, but he left my store and left me alone. Yeah, because, I mean, you know, I do the weather apps and all of that. You know, I keep up on the weather, especially if they're calling for any kind of bad weather. Tornadoes, hurricanes, y'all know that. Y'all watch and listen, you know, because I'm first forecasting for, you know, looking for the weather, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, like, and I just I don't know. They changed it since this morning. I know somebody was saying now we ain't supposed to get nothing but sleet. So I don't know, you might want to watch it when you get home type situation or whatever. I was just so rude and mean for that. And then, you know, you got to take into account that some people just wake up in that mood that they want to go out in the world and hunt somebody to argue with and find fault with just because that's who they are, you know. And I hate to say that, but it is the truth. But yeah, the best one though was that little lady that, you know, that was, you know, just a sweet little grandma that's standing there in her glasses and her cane, and that lady was fussing, you know, about the milk and bread and such. She's like, I was afraid the little lady was going to knock her upside the head with the cane. Will you shut up so I can get my gas? I'm going to have to do a channel where I do, what is it, gas station blog or something to, especially the late night people. That's quite entertaining. But I would probably be, whatever, because, you know, they tend to want to cuss a lot. I mean, like, cuss a lot. For no reason, you know. And like I say, most of it's just because, you know, they didn't get the answer they wanted to hear. It didn't matter. And then the biggest question was, y'all got kerosene? Y'all sell kerosene? I seen you got a kerosene pump out there. Y'all sell kerosene? Yeah, we do. We sure do. Well, can I get some? I should have been like, nope, no you can't. And then I probably got cussed a whole lot more then. But yeah. So then, you know, after that one fella, I just started laughing at everybody, and I was laughing at them in their face, and I didn't care. I mean, if you can't come out and act like you got a little bit of sense about yourself when you're out getting your provisions for the weather, then yeah, you deserve to get laughed at in your face. And it wasn't, you know, it was just a lot of, you know, craziness like that. Well, why ain't you got this? Well, why ain't you got that? Well, because that is not a regular product that we carry. We sell sodas, gas, beer, and cigarettes, and tobacco dip, and lottery tickets, you know, and kerosene. We ain't the grocery store. Well, you got cases of water. You ought to have a jug of milk. I said, okay. Actually, the cases of water, it's over in the corner, is what we use to stock our cooler with. But if you want to buy a whole case, I'll sell it to you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. I figure tomorrow will be real funny. Because, you know, then I think they're going to go with the Euro map of this weather storm, which is, you know, calling for like 2 to 3 inches of ice. And then everybody's just going to be in a whole different level of panic. And I started saying, I said, well, maybe we'll wake up in the morning and it'll move so much north that we probably won't even get nothing. The only thing I'm worried about is that you know, it was supposed to start Friday night, Saturday morning here. Now they're pushing it off to Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening-ish with the snow, and then switching over to sleet, freeze and rain mix Sunday. Is really afraid that what's going to wind up happening is, you know, they have called for you know, like the death cold Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday here. So I'm afraid that it's going to hang around long enough, you know, that that it's going to catch up. The wetness is going to catch up with that cold, and it really is going to dump some stuff on us then. But other than that, I have had a pretty good, decent evening. Just, you know, laughing and just kind of dumbfounded sometimes at some of the things people say. Just because, you know, they're in a frenzy panic. I mean, you'd think you know, like we ain't never been through a winter storm or something, you know what I mean? I mean, which, you know, this is supposed to be a good one, a once in a decade, sometime, you know, possible once in a lifetime type situation, supposedly. But I don't know. It is just comical. I'm like, you know, we live back in the woods. I mean, you know, we're a bigger small town, you know, but we haven't gotten so big, you know, that people should not remember how to handle themselves and provide for themselves in a snowstorm situation. I mean, you know, it's not like we live in Miami. You know, we get sleet and snow and ice and stuff regularly here. But, you know, big storms, you know, not so much. But, yeah, we've had snow 3 or 4 times already this year. We've had sleet, ice storm over the weekend, last weekend. I mean, you know, and I think what it is the news has gotten everyone just scared. Because, you know, they're just throwing out crazy numbers. Everybody's looking at that Euro path model, and everybody is just going nuts. Because I was like, you know, normally in our area, the GFS model is the one that kind of, you know, is kind of pretty much good for us, spot on, you know. Any other time, what they're calling for big snow and this and that and other, all the Euros throwing out these crazy numbers. We're not going to go with that. We're going to go with this. But now, you know, I mean, and I'm not saying that it's not going to have the potential. Come here. Now, I am just going to take and frame this up right here, and I'm going to put a butterfly in it because that colors matches my butterfly journal that I showed y'all yesterday. And I'm just backing this on glued book pages. I ain't even talking about what I'm doing. I'm just doing it and yakking my mouth. Telling y'all about the crazies in my town. Alrighty, that's gonna be pretty. Now, where's my butterflies at? Honey bunny, where'd you go? Oh, they down here on the floor. Okay, now these are from Shaylee Morehouse as well. You know, I ran across that and just fell in love with her stuff. Now these are quite big. She's got some small ones here. Oh, look at them colors though. Ain't that pretty? Where that's a little big too. Now them's a little bigger for what I want there. Let me go in here and get my butterfly cutting stash. And everybody's like, well, what are you planning on doing this weekend? Hiding in the house. That's what it's planning on. That is exactly what I got planned. Sitting in my house, in my craft room. I may shoot a little video or do something. Oh, I like that. I want a blue one though. So we have every color but blue. That's white. I want like here we go. There we go. Well, that looks purple now, don't it? Is that the same color? I don't know. There, put that on there and stop. Just stop it. There we go with that one. And then I'll put little blingies down it. I know it's a journal card, but you know what? I don't care. I want it to be pretty. Okay. There's that. Ugh. I got it and I sat down crooked on my stool, about flipped myself on the floor. I tell you what, if there was some way that I could do anything and not hurt myself, that would be grateful. It seems like every time I turn around, I'm doing something to hurt myself. That was, whoopsie. Where did that go? I dropped it somewhere. Oh, it went back in there. Concentrate a little bit there. Oh yeah, I like that. That's pretty. Whoops, I just moved it every which ways. Just moved it. But yeah, I've been having a ball the last couple of nights at work. Okay, give me some little bling blings. Where are y'all at? Oh, you know what? I got this box over here. Come here. There you are. And put them right in the middle of it, and I need what? Three of them. Ah, will you look at that? That come off the thing. What are you doing, fat fingers? Oh my goodness. Just get off of here. Just go on somewhere. Just get on away from me. It would help if I had some feeling in the ends of my fingertips. I can't feel nothing. Oh, it's on there. The pinky feels. But yeah, there we go. Okie dokie. I like it. I like it a lot. Turned out pretty. So there's that. Let me just turn it over and write on the book page. And then you got this little missy here. And turn over and write on the book page. And you have these. Same difference. Okie dokie. Now what I got an extra book page for? I don't know. I probably just put that in there because that's writable. That's why it was facing out, to remind me that it's a writable surface. And I could decorate the other side. My hand's itching. That must mean I'm getting money. Ain't that right? If your left hand's itching, you're getting money. Which I got paid today, so I guess that is true. I got paid today, so I guess that's the truth. Oh look, these are different sizes too. Ain't they cute? Oh, look at that sweet little feller. Yes, I printed multiple copies of this. Look at her in her little dress. We could put some little pink stuff behind that because it's, yeah, let's use her. Get my fingers working here. Let's get her out of there. Now sometimes, you know, I'll try to get my best to get things fussy cut so I don't have to do the fussy cutting on camera, you know, because I'm slow at it and my hands do hurt quite a bit. So I'll try my best to get everything pre-fussy cut. But sometimes, you know, I just want to work with it. You know what I mean? I just want to use it. And so, excuse me. And so y'all have to deal with me and my blind self trying to fussy cut with fingers and hands that I can't feel half the time. And sometimes shaking so bad, looking like I'm having a seizure. So sorry about that. I guess that's just part of the old age, or the what is that, neuropathy. I think I'm pronouncing that right, because I have degenerative disc and I have rheumatoid arthritis and all of that good stuff, you know. And so it's a gamble what works on me from day to day when I wake up. I'm just saying. You know, I'll go to bed feeling okay, to wake up, you know, my back's hurting, my hips are hurting, my eyeballs looks like they're about slowed shut. Looks like I was in a fist fight in my sleep. And that's just autoimmune mess. Allergies and such. So I was like, you know. And I've always kind of been like that, but not as bad as, you know, the older I get, the worse it gets. Okay, I think I lined up on the line there. Don't be close enough, close enough, close enough. Close is all right. Try not to cut her little feet off. And it hurts this hand to pinch and try to hold stuff, so I, with my thumb and such. I know, complain, that's all I do. Sorry, y'all. But I'm trying to explain to you, if you see me making awkward moves or like, why is she holding it that way? Because that's, I have to. I just have to. I just have to hold it that way so stuff don't hurt. Okie doke. And I like these scissors because you can use them with both hands. Super awesome. Oh, ain't she pretty? Okie dokie. Now, because her little dress has got really, really light pink lace on it here. I mean, you can hardly barely see it. So I'm going to put some of this pink gauze stuff behind it. And I'm just going to do a little dust on her here, a little halo, you know, to make her stand out from the page. And cover this up where I janked it, cutting her legs out. So I want her in there. Oh my goodness, I pulled the whole thing out. I didn't want the whole thing. I just want some of it. Oh, there's that tinnitus mess. My ears are ringing. And that's happening a whole lot here today. My ears have rung off and on today. I reckon it's cause, you know, that's whatever is moving closer. So my ears have been ringing like crazy. Okay. Yeah, I know I got so much stuff wrong with me. I need to be on disability. But you know what? It takes a long time to get on disability. And, you know, I got a few things I gotta get paid for and get paid off before I can start that, disability journey, I reckon. But I'm just gonna kind of layer that like so there. Okay, smooches here up over here. But I want her like in there, you know what I'm saying? So I want her like right in here. Something kind of like that. I'm just going ahead and get the Fabri-Tac, heck with it. So I want her in there. Put something here. Let's see what we got in our floral decorating use it up box here. Oh look, we can put these here on the corners of that. Heck yeah, use them suckers up. Sure can. Sure can. Ooh, look. Let me sit here and run this out all over that thing. Are them pink or peach? Oh. I'm going to put one of them down there in the corner. Why not? It's in the corner. You can write on the rest of it. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? I may try to do my first live this weekend while I got people, you know, in the house and they can't go nowhere. And help me monitor the chat and such. Or, you know, at least tell me what someone says while I'm crafting. You know what I mean? That, oh, yes. Yes, yes. And that's all it needs. That's it. I'm done. Well, we got you one of them used. Perfect. 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 Oh, my head is itching me to death. My goodness. And I've got a bunch of florals and such. I got one of those, you know, like the big, I mean, it's literally as big as my mat box. That's like 3 or 4, I think it's 4 inches deep, full of florals that I've bought over time. I just need to get used up. Now, I think I'm going to use the polka dots on her. And see how these are, they stick down to the page. So I'm thinking I can just take and just put it on there. You know what I'm saying? But they are supposed to go around the corner like so. And it's supposed to be a photo corner. And then that sticks to your page. But I think on this installment of these, I'm just going to stick them on the corners. Just going to line them up and stick them on the corners. That's what I'm going to do with them. Oh, I got my little stuff underneath there. Get out from underneath it. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. Good enough, good enough. Good enough. I don't know if I'm going to use this anymore right at the moment. I am not planning, so I'm going to set it back up and put the lid on it. All that is just plum sweet and cutesy patootsy. And then we got this set here that's still in there. Oh, stay in there, buddy. You want to just come out, ain't you? So then we'll just I'm just going to put a little staple in them. So I won't lose none. And I'll put it right back in my box. And we'll use the rest of them up, hopefully. Well, apparently I can't use these up because I can't get this off of here. Goodness gracious. All right now. Oh my word. Whew. Are you really kidding me at the moment, buddy? Come on now. Don't make me get plumb ill on the video. I mean, just wow. Just did not want to let go. It just wanted to hang on. Oh yeah, that is cute. Shut your face, that looks pretty. I'm gonna figure out how I gotta get this in here slipped in under all of that. Wasn't thinking that far ahead, was you? Nope. Oh, there we go. We got plenty of room to raise it up. Put it on our chute. Shoot ya. Oopsie. Get on there you go. Heck yeah, we did it. Oh wow, that's so pretty. I'm gonna put a little smidge of Fabri-Tac here because that there wants to move or flop around. Well, I said it was, but now it don't want to come out again. All right, just a little bit right there. Try to get that underneath that floral right there. There we go. Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeedy. And that would be a pretty topper. Shut up, it would. All right, since we're going to go that route, let's put something else up here. We need to put a word. We need a word. Now this thing ain't going to quit bubbling. Bless its heart. My daughter Jordan got me these new set of tools, were these here things, because I had two of them. It didn't have a cover on them, and they would stick me every time I'd try to get something out of my toolbox. So I'm super happy with that. Just got me some new scissors and such, like these little fussy cut scissors and things. I love it. Look at that mess. Well, shoot, I ain't got nothing right on hand that I can pull out and stick down here. Well, I do. Let's put a floral on this and call it good while that's blooming out the top of it. Here, since you want to just gush out, we're gonna use you. I'm not even squeezing it, I'm just letting it do its thing. I like that. I think that is just cute. Okay. So now let's see, what do we got here? We can put us a strip of lace down that of some sort. Look, this thing is just going crazy. There we go. I'll put a stop to you. I'll just unscrew the lid. Okay. Look, that's strung plumb into the bag. I moved the bag, but it's still strung and attached to the bag. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Well, that was in some impromptu hurry up and get it crafted because the Fabri-Tac was so spewing. But there we go. That was some super duper decision making on the fly right there. Okay, so now, oh, it's still wanting, but not too bad. It's fine and dandy. It'll be fine, fine, fine. Okay, so now what I want on you. Let's put, that is so cute. I still want some kind of label there. Do I got the pink ones over here? I don't even think I got the pink ones printed yet. I got purple. And there's some bee stuff to go with that bee journal that I showed y'all yesterday. It is Fab Art Studio. Apparently I was loving me some Fab Art Studio there for a minute. They must have put all their stuff on sale and I went and bought it up. But there is the ephemera that's going to go with that Shaylee Morehouse's bee papers that I showed in yesterday's video. Y'all, this here, this is what inspired me, the second set of papers. So I bought this paper from Medieval Mirage that was blue and, no, it was green with red roses, and then it was brown with red roses, and it was just humongous kit. Everything looks the same, just humongous. Then that bee kit, the bee journal, way back last year, and this right here. And I finally just have printed this because I was like, you know, I had to figure out how to go and unzip the files, transfer them over, make them PDFs so I could go and print. Because, you know, on my printer, you know, it will just be 8.5 by 11 full sheet if I printed it. So then I had to figure out how I could print it and make it be smaller size and do journal cards. So that's what I did. These are just basically 3.5 by 5 photo placements. And I love this kit. It is, that's a misprint page. But it is super pretty, super pretty. I don't even know why I kept that in there. I think because maybe I said I could use that for clusters. You know, something stupid. But yeah, and this is Shabby Dreams Pink and Black. Says it's a 4A USA letter size. You can have both. Big bundle junk journals. 85 pages. And it is Aristal Studio. So, yeah. Those were the big ones that the first ones that I bought to make journals with. Yeah, I don't have the pink labels printed. Anyhow, trip down memory lane-ish. Let's see what is in here. I do have some of these memories are timeless, precious memories. happy, happy day, blissful. That's blue. These are little birdie sentiments and things. I just want to thank you. Blah, 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 blah. Always and forever. Love you always. Love, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see. I think I can use one of them on there. Enjoy the little things. That would be cute. You make the good times even better. Memories are timeless. Sunshine and smiles. That would be pretty on there. It's okay. Release it, please, and thank you. Yeah, that would be more size suitable. Or you could do Precious Memories would also be pretty too. Oh, get off of me. So let's see, do we want it like this? I don't know, I think that one's a little too big for it. I think I like the Sunshine and Smiles right there. Maybe like that. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. I'm going to leave that puffy sticker tape on there, but I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on it. Look, you've been sitting here bubbling out the top of this thing. Now just put one little smidget is all I need on her. Come on now. Let's stop play them games today, buddy. I'm going to smoosh it in right up in here. With that being, you know, kind of over it. And that is a topper for a journal, y'all. Look at that. How cute. Let's just do a little bit of ink. Do a little bit of ink on the paper. I should have inked it before I did all that other stuff on it, but that's okay. That's alright. Oh yeah, I love that. Let me see. Alright, so this is a page. Yeah, that would be great for a topper because it's going to be a little bit bigger right in here. I love that. Alright, so there's just a topper for a journal. Okay, I need to put something on here. I need to put these back up before I mess them up. And I think I'm going to smush this into the flower here. Put it down here on the bottom. Slide you over a little bit. Now I'm going to cut one of those bigger white butterflies and put on this, and that may be my topper for this tall skinny journal. And had some lace dangling down from it. Oh my goodness, with this dadgum glue. Okay, so I need it right in the corner there, but I wanted the petals of the flowers to be over top of it. You see what I'm saying? Yep, there we go. That's good enough. That works for me. Okay. Well, shoot. And these were from Little Birdie Crafts. She has a website. And these were like, I don't know, probably like four or 5 years ago. I bought up a bunch of stuff from that. Let's see. I need a butterfly on that, and I'm thinking I want a person on here. Let's see what we got. Vintage People's Siblings. 11.9 Studios. 60 cents is what this was. It's too big. Now if I could get, the fingers to work. We could put them on there with the little, I like that. Okie doke. I think that would be okay on that. Started to say them, but they look a little too wide, and that's springy colors, and they dressed up in their coats. You know what I'm saying? Which I said it may be their Easter coats, because sometimes Easter's a little chilly in our neck of the woods. Okay. So let's get him cut out. I always hate cutting the feet part because I seem like I just leave them little nubs, you know what I mean? seem like I just leave them little nubs for feet. Either I cut too far away from them or too close on them. See, like that, I just chopped her toes off. Sorry, honey. You're just gonna have to learn to walk on your heels, baby girl. She hit her other foot up underneath the dress. She said, this crazy woman's gonna cut my feet off. Okay, let's just go ghostly around your hangers so I don't cut them off. There you go. Do a little bit of a kiss cut on her fingertips and stuff. I had to work on that round there because I about made him look like he had a peak, looking like alfalfa. Alrighty then. There we go. Look at us. Now they could just be a journal card or what have you. We didn't put the big old lump and bump lace or flowers on them, so they can just be a regular journal card. trying to get their feet at the bottom so it don't look like they're just floating in the air, you know what I mean? Ouch. Okay. Let's see, I need to round this corner down here. Just swipe the whole thing of ink way plumb across her dress. So it looks like she's been playing in the mud now. Put a little bit of a label up in here and call that good. What? I don't know. Yeah, we'll just put that up there just because it looks like it's got a naked place. And then, I'm going to put this here right underneath it. Precious. How cute. Knock that white edge down on it just a little bit there. There we go. Yep, cutesy. Did not ink around that. See, I'm going to have to get me vintage photo, I swear. Okay. I'm hunting for this and it's over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello, where are you at? No. Nope, nope, nope. I want one of those big ones. That one there's done. Hold that one up in the light bulb. Let's see, yeah, I think that's the one I want. That looks kind of like a moth. I don't want a moth, I want a butterfly. I want a butterfly. Yeah, that's mothy looking too. All of that's mothy. Yeah, that looks like a moth. That's I do believe is a butterfly. And it has the name on it, what it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut this yellow one off of there, and we'll put it on something tomorrow. Even though I didn't resize these, I just saved them to my phone and printed them. But you can, you know, take them and resize them and print them if you're having issues like that. But I didn't really care because, you know, we can always take butterflies and put them on the side of the page. Ain't no big deal, you know what I mean? Ain't no big thing, honey. Oh, I can't cut with them. Can't see neither. I'm going to cut his little whiskers off here. Antlers, whatever they are. I'm cutting them off. And then I'll just draw some on there with a pen. Try not to cut his head off though. It's not wanting to let me cut too close on that side for some reason. I hope I ain't got glue on these things. Okie doke, we got it. I'm sorry I'm quiet, but I'm having to really concentrate because it's like I'm having to tell my hands what to do, and they're not wanting to listen. Okie dokie, not too bad, not too bad. I can deal with it. I just put y'all through torture tonight, fussy cutting everything on the camera. Yes, I want that right there. Pretty, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. One of that. You choose the white glue. Maybe it'll be our friend. Probably not. So I'm wanting to put just a little bit on either side of the body and the body itself. And not push it all over the page. Well. And then are you individuals? Probably. Heck yeah. Good gracious alive. I'm gonna put one up here, one down there. And we're gonna eyeball one in the middle, if I can hang on to it and not glue it to my finger. Eyeball one in the middle, and I'll put one in each side there. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do, where I left these wings, I'm going to just do a little halo underneath it. Hopefully that will give it like a shadow underneath it. Make it stand out a little more. just turned plum purdy in it. Shut up. And this here, I like this on this here, and I'm just going to put it like down here in the corner. I'll fussy cut that and put it down there in the corner, and we'll put something else up here. But yeah, so I'll put that up and work on that tomorrow. It's probably been over an hour since I had to fussy cut stuff. So we're going to do a real quick show and tell. We'll just lay this right here, and we'll continue to work on them tomorrow. Or whenever. Because I think that's what I want to do tomorrow, is just come home and work on some things. Work on some clusters or what have you, I don't know. But see, these are movable. I love that. So that's going to be a journal topper. Now I'm going to probably put some lacy bits and stuff behind it and stuff down it with the teals and the blues, in, you know, to make it go with that journal. So that'll be my journal topper for my tall skinny that we just did, that I showed yesterday. Ugh. Here's these little papers. It turned out cute. And then here is this little pretty baby. I think that brings that pink. It's barely noticeable, the pink on her dress, but I think that turned out super cute. I love it. And those little corner things are awesome. And then these here, we just backed them, cut them and backed them. Dang, I fussy cut about everything I did today, didn't I? And then this here is a, you know, be a journal card for our tall skinny journal. So we got 2 pieces made for that today. This is just gonna be a tuck pocket. And there's some journal cards, and there's some more journal cards. We just rounded the corner on them. Basically cheated the system and rounded the corners and called it done. Alright, so here is a journal card in here. That's journal cards. You are a tuck pocket. I'm just going to stick you in here. Hopefully and not tear nothing up. You are a journal card. You're a journal card. Let's see what I did with these is until I get them filled up a little bit more, I have things in the back of them so they won't just get in there and lay down. Now this pocket thing is getting a little fat and squishing some of my pocket decoration bits up. So, okay, let me just put this back over here with my use it up lace bits. Now these here, I don't know where to put my journal toppers at. I might have to get me a different box for that. But I think those are cute. Love that. Absolutely beautiful. Well, thank y'all so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will try to see y'all tomorrow. It's Friday, so that would be y'all Saturday's video. I may not do one Saturday. I may just sit and chase the snow all night. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you the next time.